Simple interest. Suppose you invest $1,000 that earns simple interest of 5% per annum. What amount will you have after 1 year? So after 1 year, you'll have your amount, which is $1,000 for sure, right? $1,000 plus the interest earned. And how much interest will you earn in 1 year? Interest earned will be PRT, right? Amount 1,000 times rate of interest, which is 5%. So 5 divided by 100, which is 0.05. And time is 1 year times 1. So this is 1,000 plus 1,000 times 0.05 gives us 50. So it is 1,000 plus 50, which is 1050, correct? So that is the amount after 1 year. How about amount after 5 years? Let me write smaller this time. So after 5 years will be 1,000 plus 1,000 times 0.05 times 5 instead of 1, right? 5 years, that is the time period. So it will be 1,000 plus 5 times 50, right? This is 50. 50 times 5, 250. So the amount will be $1,250, right? All these amounts are in dollars, correct? After 10 years. After 10 years will be, we are using this formula also. We can use directly that formula. Amount will be, this time I'll use this formula like the way it is written. So amount will be, we say A after 10 years equals to principal of 1,000, right? Times 1 plus rate 0.05 times 10. Times 10 equals to 1,000 times, this is 1.5, right? 10 times 0.5 is 0.5 and 1 plus that is 1.5. And 1.5 times 1,000 is $1,500. Do you see that? So you get $1,500. So either way, so what we can do is, so in the first two cases, I used the same formula, but in a different fashion. Can you tell me what I did was? I expanded it, right? So I write A equals to P times 1 plus RT. It means this could be written as, if I do distributive law, I get P plus PRT. Correct? And what is PRT? PRT is interest earned. So initial amount plus interest earned. This is what I did here. Initial amount plus PRT. So I used initial amount plus PRT. Do you see that? So this formula can be seen in two different ways. You could use it as initial amount. I should say, I should not write initial amount is not A. I is P, principal. Initial principal amount plus the interest earned on it, which is PRT, right? PRT. So interest earned on it. So this is the principal amount plus interest earned for 5 years. So this is P and this is R and this is T of 5 years. Do you see that? So principal amount plus interest earned for that period, right? So we got that amount. Or we could directly use the formula as such. Amount is how you get it. You factor out P and you get this. Both are same things, right? It is how you look at it. So A is 1,000 times 1 plus rate of interest times time. So you do it and you get $1,500. Same thing, right? Explain how will your investment grow. So how is it growing? So you can see it is growing linearly, correct? How we say linearly? Let me rearrange this equation for you. So we have an equation here, A equals to, I am writing PRT first. PRT plus P, correct? Now does that remind you of anything? Let me compare it with the equation Y equals to MX plus B. Where what is B? B is my y-intercept, right? So if I draw it on a piece of graph, on a graph paper, let me draw it here for you. Then this will look like this, where this is time This is the amount A, and that point from where we start at 0 is the principal amount P. And every year, what do we add? PRT, right? So the slope is of this graph, this is time mx. Slope is P into R. Principal amount, more you invest, even for the same rate of interest, you get more money during the same time, right? So it'll be steeper. So our slope is P times principal amount times rate, which is 1000 times 0.05. It is $50 per year. Do you see that? So here the rate is $50 per year. So every year you get $50, correct? P into R. So that is how investment is growing. Investment is actually growing by $50 per year when you invest $1,000 at simple interest of 5% per annum. Okay.